Hey, welcome to my channel. This is week number 3 of my 26-week journey to Ironman Tulsa, 140.6. In this video today, we're going to be talking about the things I've been going through, how I've been building some consistency in my workouts. I've also this week developed a overall plan for the next 23 weeks, and I'm going to share that with you. And I also want to share with you just some ways that I work out right here in the middle of Montana and get myself fit in the middle of the winter. My first 3 weeks, really the goal for me was to really establish some consistency in my training program and just kind of get back on board with a consistent weekly training plan. And this week I did that. And last week I did that. I did it really well. I was able to, my goal was to get in 3 bikes, 3 runs, and 3 swims. I did that. They aren't long, and they're not high intensity types of training, but it's consistent, and I'm really feeling really good about that. And so now I feel like I'm moving on to the next level, and in just a few minutes I'm going to be sharing with you my overall plan for getting to May 21st, where I can do the full swim, the full bike, and the full run. But for now, I've developed some consistency and developed a kind of an overall plan, and I'm feeling really good about that. And I have no injuries. My body's feeling strong. I got a lot of ways to go for fitness, improve my fitness, but I have a lot of some good time to do that. And I'm just going to be going through my training plan with you in a few minutes. But before we do that, I wanted to show you a little bit about how I do training for an Ironman in the middle of Montana in the middle of the winter. So how does a person get in shape in the middle of the winter when it's 10 degrees below zero, the wind's blowing, there's drifts everywhere? Well, here it is right here. This is my home. This is where I'm going to be spending a lot of time over the next few months. And so my bike, my running, but I also have in our community, we also have a public pool. It's 50 meters and it has about 10 lanes in it, and it's a really good pool. So all of my swimming is going to be done in that pool, and it's a really good place for me. It's I'd say about a 45-minute drive, but I'm over there working quite a bit in that area, so it works out pretty good. I can get over there 3 times a week. So that's where I go to do my swims. But in my for everything else, it happens right here. Here's my bike, a stationary bike. This is my gym here. I do have a big screen that I can pull down and watch a movie for my really long runs and bikes. And most of the time I have on my phone sitting here, and I put some earphones in, and I just listen to music or watch something or whatever. But here's my bike, and I spend a lot of time on my bike. And then the treadmill, I would highly recommend with a treadmill that you get a very good quality one, because you can burn through a treadmill pretty quick if you get a cheap one. This one you can raise the elevation so you're climbing more, has fast speeds, everything I need on it, and it works really good. With the bike, this is my trainer bike. I go in the summers, I use this out on the road. It has clip-in pedals, I have power pedals, so I can really stay focused on improving my fitness that way. But and then I have my aero bars, and I just jam it out in here. So this is the way that I train in the middle of the winter. Okay, so here's what I got going. I sat down, and like I said, and I planned out my high elevation, 60,000 foot view of my training program for the next 23 weeks now it is. And so I start with the end goal, Tulsa, 140.6, May 21st. That's the date that this is all going to happen. My goals for each one of the events: the swim, I want to get the swim done in 1.5 hours. For me, that's 2-minute hundreds. And a bike, I want to get on my bike and ride it for 7 hours and complete the whole bike event at 16 miles per hour, 112 miles at 16 miles per hour. And then I want to run the marathon in 5.5 hours, which is 12-minute miles. Now, in my experience, I know that I think the swim, I'm pretty confident in the swim. The bike, I'm really going to have to be focused on building some endurance to maintain 16 miles an hour. And then I really don't have much of an experience with doing all of this, the full thing, and then running a marathon. So this is a little bit of an unknown for me, but if I can complete this in this amount of time, then I have plenty of time to finish up the whole Ironman in less than 17 hours before I get the DNF. So that's my goal. So the thing is, here is where I'm at right now. We're in December. And so what I did was I lined out goals for each one of the months. And I basically decided to go with distances. And I'm just gonna work at distances. And I just think that with my experiences, I think I can get to that pace in each one of those events if I focus on these distances. So I start right now, this month in December. I know that I can swim 2,000 yards because I just did it. Biking 20 miles is pretty easy for me right now. And running 10 miles is a little bit of a challenge, but I just did a 10K race and did it really well. I think I did 9-minute miles and it worked out really good for me. So I still want to, in December, I've completed the 2,000 meter or yard swim, but I still need to ride my bike 20 miles and run 10 miles. So that's where I'm at. So I need to go from 2,000 up to nearly 5,000 yards by this race. And then on my bike, I need to go from 20 miles up to 112 miles. And then the run, I need to go from 10 miles to 26 miles. So what I did was I said, okay, in January, with my swim, I'm gonna go up to 3,000 yards. And I'm gonna swim 3,000 yards in January. February, I'm gonna do a 4,000 yard swim. In March, I'm gonna do a 4,500 yard swim. And in April, I'm going to do a 5,000 yard swim. And that'll get me comfortably to where I need to be at for the swim part of this. And then with the bike, I just decided I'm going to go, I'm pretty confident, maybe I'm overconfident on my bike, but I think I can beef this up at 20 miles each month. So I'm going to go, in January, I'm going to go to 40 miles. February, I'm going to go to 60 miles. March, I'm going to go to 80 miles, and in April, I'm going to be doing 100 miles. So that's my goal for being on my bike. And then the run part of it, I decided in this month I'm going to do 10. This month in January, I'm going to do 13. And then I'm going to go 16, 19, and April, I'm going to be doing a 22-mile run. And then in May, I'll probably start doing some brickwork and put these things together. April and May doing brickwork. So we're doing a combination of swim and bike, and then bike and run. So I'm piecing it all together. But that's my big picture view of my race plan, a training plan for Tulsa, Oklahoma in 2022 on May 21st. Hey, thanks for joining me on this video. Really appreciate you being here. Like, subscribe, share this with your friends. Join the health revolution. Let's all go be an Ironman.